U.S. worker productivity has tanked this year. U.S. labor productivity plunged in the first quarter in the largest decline since 1947, and then dropped by the highest annual amount on record in the second quarter. This according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. The third quarter data indicates year-over-year output saw 3 consecutive declines for the first time since 1982. So this is fascinating. So 3 straight quarters of productivity decline in the United States, first time since 1982. So, of course, people are paying attention to this. And in this article, the author, quotes several people as to, why this is happening. I'm going to give you my take on it because I talk to people every day about this. First and foremost is burnout. Secondly is the quiet quitting trend. Let's cover the first one. Burnout is at an all-time high, largely due to the shifting sands or the musical chairs that we now know as the Great Resignation. 4 million plus people every month this year. 4 million plus every month this year have changed jobs. So here's what happens. Okay? You get the Great Resignation going where people are changing jobs at a rapid rate. Then you have 4 million people retired during the pandemic and have not returned to the workforce. That is substantive. 4 million people left, retired because they didn't come back. So that left some people trying to catch the plates that were falling off the cupboard, if you catch the old cartoon image. All right? So that left strained workers behind. All right? Now, you got people leaving in droves to change jobs. That leaves an even further strained worker behind because they're having a hard time replacing them. Okay? Now, add to those two factors that many, many cultures are overworking people. These are leaders that are allowing a culture of people being overworked, underappreciated, toxic work environments. It's a cocktail of all cocktails for burnout. And people aren't just sipping it, if you know what I'm saying. Right? This isn't me on my back porch with a fine bourbon or wine and a cigar where I'm sipping. This is a college frat party. We're talking beer bong, right? People are just overworked and they're just, the burnout is just, they're drinking it at alarming rates. That's what we're talking about. Now, that's the first reason why productivity is tanked. The second reason is the phenomenon that wasn't new, but all of a sudden it became okay. And that's putting in average, or if we're being honest, below average effort. It's called quiet quitting. Now, I've said on this show many times, and it's been going on now. This data has been out with Gallup. They do the largest workforce study that's ever been done. They're the gold standard. And for, at least a decade, the number has been about 68 to 70% of American workers aren't engaged. That doesn't mean that they hate their job. It just means what we call quiet quitting now. They're just doing the bare minimum to get by. So some career coach on TikTok called it quiet quitting. Fabulous, fabulous job. Love the phrase in the sense that it's memorable. And all of a sudden it became a phenomenon. I mean, I was on the phone with a bunch of producers from Fox Business the other day. And they were all talking about how it's the biggest phenomenon in news as it relates to work. So you could say that quiet quitting is the phrase of the year. We're going to get to the word of the year momentarily. The phrase of the year in the workspace is quiet quitting. And it's so here it became an anthem on TikTok for younger workers. And then it got picked up by mainstream media. And I really believe that it became a permission slip. I really do. I think people went, oh, that's me. I don't feel valued. I'm not doing work that I love and all the things. And they thought, well, okay, well, they have a phrase for it. And can I just tell you, it became a badge of honor. I mean, just think about that for a second. Putting in average effort, producing average results became a badge of honor. How is that possible? Well, I don't know. Other than people love to be a part of a tribe. And so all of a sudden there is this big tribe of quiet quitters. And it's literally people going, I'm average and I'm okay with it. It's nonsense. So that's why productivity has surged. Productivity has lessened, or a lack of productivity has surged. Okay? That's why. And leaders, you can do something about it, but you have got to meet people's human needs.